you yesterday about Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's announcement of over 8,000 service members returning to duty after unlawfully being discharged for refusing to take the COVID jab. Later in the day, Secretary Hegseth provided more details.
We all know that the previous administration issued unlawful orders on mandatory vaccines on an experimental vaccine, COVID-19. You know it, we know it. We're doing everything we can as quickly as we can to reinstate those who were affected by that policy. It hasn't been perfect, and we know that. We're having an ongoing conversation with you to get it right, working with the White House as well. We want anyone impacted by that vaccine mandate back into the military, people of conscience, warriors of conscience, back in our formations. We hear you, and we're working to get updated guidance as quickly as possible. So kind of here's where we are on more guidance we're providing right now. So in January, the president issued his executive order. We jumped right on it. In February, I directed the department to take corrective action regarding this specific department's unfair, overbroad, unnecessary COVID vaccine mandate. You know, we apologized then, apologize now for how it was done, and we want to fix it. So today, I'm signing a memorandum that directs the Undersecretary of Defense for Personnel and Readiness to provide additional guidance to the boards that are reviewing these cases concerning the review of requests from service members and former service members adversely impacted by COVID-19 vaccine mandate. The guidance also will facilitate the removal of adverse actions on service members solely for refusing to take the COVID-19 vaccine, including discharge upgrades and less than fully honorable discharges for individuals separated for refusing to take the COVID-19 vaccine. So we're trying to scrub all that, clean all that up. We'll also facilitate appropriate remedies for service members who have suffered additional career setbacks resulting from the previous administration's unlawful vaccine mandate. So that original EO addresses the unfair, since rescinded COVID-19 vaccine mandate imposed on warfighters during the previous administration. We know how bad it was. You know how bad it was. And through this guidance, which I encourage you to check it all out directly, because it's an update going even further than what we've done in the past, this memo is providing supplemental remedies for service members and veterans negatively impacted by the DoD defunct COVID-19 disease vaccine mandate.
So not only is there an open invitation to come back to the military, crucially, Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, is characterizing the Biden COVID jab mandate for service members as, quote, unlawful. Friend of the show and attorney Davis Younts, who has helped and represented so many soldiers who were adversely impacted one way or another by the Biden administration's unlawful mandate, says,
to have a Secretary of Defense who has the courage to acknowledge this was an unlawful order is absolutely incredible. This is about restoring military members who were impacted by this, including the adverse action that was in their records and other guidance. So again, I cannot express the level of gratitude that I feel for so many people that were impacted by this and who fought alongside me and so many others to make this right. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to Secretary Hegseth. I want to say thank you to Steve Deace, and I want to say thank you to the Senior Department of Defense official that Casey Dixon, Jordan Carr, and I met with at the Pentagon just about 2 weeks ago. You see, in that meeting, we asked for the order to be declared unlawful. We suggested that Secretary Hegseth come out and make his stance clear on this because there was a lot of bureaucratic pushback happening, and there were a lot of people throughout the Department of Defense engaging in what I would call malicious compliance and trying to undermine the president's intent and his intent to make this right. So not only do we have a declaration that this was an unlawful order, which it was, we now have a statement apologizing to all of you, to all of us that were impacted by this unlawful order. And the Department of Defense is going to be issuing further guidance to clarify the process to get records fixed, as well as to give clear guidance to the Board of Corrections and Military Records to fix this. How encouraging it is to see that the Secretary of Defense is acknowledging this was an unlawful order. This should be an encouragement to all of you who fought alongside me and put the Constitution and your oath to the Constitution over your career, your pension, or anything else.
This kind of thing is good, true, and righteous, and it's also the type of thing we would have never gotten under President Kamala. Just something to keep in mind. And that's what happened while we were away.